on the other side of the road, making a noise. I hope the mobile picks it up. Just one car, no other sound. Of course, this is what you'd call, an artificially intelligent, androgynous android being. They're basically possessed, spiritually possessed beings in a human body. Now that is really one, but this is just one possessed. I say possessed because they are beings that have been around for a long time, and they basically, here we have the military possessed plane going overhead, but they're all the same plane. But the minute you turn the mobile on, I'm very intimidated. That's what I can't speak too well, because they are starting to fill me with a bit of fear. Because the more you realise how negative they actually are and what their purpose is, and you realise that they're basically trying to take away yourself from you. They're basically trying to leverage you in every possible way. And like the planes were going over every 30 seconds last night, like for hour after hour after hour, every 30 seconds. In fact, this is just showing you how possessed they are, because when I turned the mobile on, that being opposite went inside. Basically, he gets in his vehicle, makes all the noise, and then goes round the block and comes back and makes more noise. That's possession, if ever, you have to say that, wouldn't you? And because I was going to open the door and pick up the sound, they turn it off, because basically they're being told by the technology that's being used, my every move and what I'm doing, But essentially they're stealing your energy, they're stealing your life force, which is the same thing, but also they're stealing your life or your spiritual kind of, by the spiritual I mean they're stealing your positive traits. You're stealing, because they're essentially dead, dark, negative spirits. An android being doesn't have any potential for what we call a higher vibrational frequency, or any ability to produce happy vibes, shall we say, in any way. They don't care about life of any sort. They pretend to, of course, and they do a very good job of it. They are, as they will tell you themselves, and any video will tell you, they are very good actors. Some of them are even better than, they act more human than a human, because some of them can master the emotions very well, even though they don't experience or feel any emotion at any sort of human level. All they experience is the need to control, dominate, and put down a real human being, or anything that is life. Anything that is different to them, basically, they don't like. And they know that, even though we're all in a human body, they recognise that they know that they're a different breed, a different being. They know that. They have to, otherwise they wouldn't combine using technology at advanced levels, where you've got the military planes going over every every truck, every bus, every vehicle and every civilian on the street, basically surrounding the few human beings that may be inside the area, you know. And this is not going to show them that. If it was night time, they would light up the lights on their cars to such an extent that they literally blind your eyes, you can't see in front. That's just an example of one android or one individual in a human body. One android individual in a human body in an area that has 150,000 to 200,000 of those same individuals surrounding me every single day. And that doesn't include the aircraft that will literally track you from the sky and even swoop down on you if you tried to hide, like I tried to hide in the park under a tree just down the road here last night, and so that I couldn't see any patrolling, stalking android civilians or any of the flashing lights of the vehicles that were surrounding the park, because it's almost impossible. Then the military plane would literally swoop down over my head to where I hear it and can see the flickering lights. There are, I'm not going to go out here, but essentially, see, I've got these noises. Can you hear these vehicles, even though there's only 2 vehicles on the street there? Listen to them. See how it bibbed its horn as it went past? That's at me. This is what I have to put up with 24/7. And this is like just on my quiet dead-end street. This is my quiet dead-end street on a day when they can't do the work because it's work day off to be doing all their massive military program staged work, even though they are, of course, building things as well. That's how they get away with it, so they don't. See, I can hear, that's actually ringing in my ears, that vehicle, and even though it's a block or 2 away now, I can still hear it. That's the sound of the vehicles. They're what they call, they're deliberately got vehicles that every vehicle on the road makes much more noise than what would be normal. Every single car, every single bus, every single truck, semi-trailer, the noise they make is unbelievably bad. I can't go out any day. See all these cars coming up and down, can you see them? They all look like normal cars, but they're not. They're all patrolling vehicles with psychopathic android individuals driving them. I only hope the mobile's picking up the sound because my ears are being bombarded with it. Even low, it's just making their presence felt to let you know that they're controlling you all around you. This is not the worst of it. This is the most simplistic of it. It's much worse when you naturally go out down the road, just down to the corner and start where they can really, you know, see how that same car, that blue without the top, just went down to the end of a dead-end street and then doubles back. Does not that not show you that it's a patrolling, stalking vehicle? Surely. Can you hear the aggressive noise of those vehicles? How does the police department allow that? But that's because it's a total controlled area where everyone and everything has to be involved. Otherwise that would be stopped, because this goes on all the time around me. And I see the authority vehicles go past too. In fact, most of the time they will put their sirens on. The ambulances and the police vehicles will put their sirens on and flash their lights to where you are blinded by their lights. The ambulance have about 20 lights around them flashing and put their sirens on when they're only as they go past you. And then they turn it off when they're out of your sight. They make, you know, like, so that just, and that's, it's very disturbing. And I don't know what to do about it, because I basically can't afford to live anywhere except in this government-controlled house, where you pay government rent because, you know, I can't make any money, and I'm certainly not going to make them. I'll let the demigods make the money out of telling the truth in their videos. I can get nothing, and my videos, even though I'm probably one of the only genuine people that's genuinely targeted by psychopathic, narcissistic, individual and androgyne beings, and that's the truth. But you know, in my area is the inner west of the city of Sydney, which is the capital of the country of Australia, which is a very big country, even though most of the population is in the major cities, which the city of Sydney is the main one. So as you can see, that's where the control system operates and takes full control, and that's it.